Welcome back, friends. It's Anders. Today, we are making 3 hot toddies. I'm gonna show you my go-to recipe and 2 variations on that. Also, Happy New Year if you're watching this as this video drops. It's our first video of 2023. I hope you enjoyed the holidays and the new year, and I know you thought that the holidays were over, but apparently January 11th is Hot Toddy Day. So we have more to celebrate. Apparently. Gather your things, meet me back here. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more sips, tips, and recipes, and let's go make 3 hot toddies. To the bar. A hot toddy, what is it? It's a drink. However, is it a specific drink? Not entirely. Years ago, it was a category of drinks, and they weren't called hot toddies, they were just called toddies. We're talking 1700s. This predates the cocktail. Now, the original build of a toddy would be spirit, a little bit of sugar, and water. That's it. You could enjoy it hot or cold. Over time, because it's been around for so long, it's evolved. At some point along the way, it became very fashionable to drink it hot. So we have the hot toddy. You will see just about any number of base spirit used, any kind of sweetener you can think of. Not always hot water, sometimes hot tea, which is what I'm gonna be doing today. Some people will add a little bit of citrus, you can add spices. It's a warming cocktail that makes you feel good and cozy. So to start this little list here of toddies, I'm gonna start with my go-to hot toddy, which calls for Scotch, now the booze. For this first toddy, we are gonna need Scotch, honey syrup. This is 3 to 1, 3 parts honey to 1 part water, fresh lemon juice, chamomile tea, cinnamon, stick form, whole cloves, and a lemon. For the Scotch, I'm using a blended malt whiskey. I really like the malt with the tea and the honey. If you want something a bit peatier, then go with an Islay Scotch, or you could even use rye whiskey, bourbon, whatever you like the most is gonna be good. Everything else I'm gonna show you what to do with now, so let's build. First, let's make the chamomile tea. You can set this off to the side then while this steeps, and we can build the drink. In a mug, we wanna temper it with some hot water, let that sit momentarily, and then we can dump it right out. In our hot mug, start with the Scotch, 1.5 ounces. Now we can add 1/2 ounce of the honey syrup and 1/4 ounce of our fresh lemon juice. I'm gonna give that a stir, drop in 1 cinnamon stick, and top it off with our chamomile tea. In this mug, it's gonna be about 4 to 5 ounces, probably 4 ounces. Now, with the lemon, take a peel, express the oils across the top, clean up the edges if you want to, I'm going to, and then 4 whole cloves. I like to just pierce the peel with those cloves, little studs. Camera 1, camera 2, there we go. And then I like to lay it across the top, really just for presentation, but when it comes time to drink it, I'll drop it right in. There we have the hot toddy. Cheers. Cozy, warming. This just makes you feel good. Definitely get the Scotch, you get the lemon on the nose, the cinnamon and the clove is a nice touch, and the longer it sits in there, the more you're gonna taste it. And the chamomile tea just brings everything all together. It's just a feel-good drink. If you're feeling slightly under the weather, I recommend having one. If you're really under the weather, then maybe go see a doctor. On to the next toddy. Using that template, we can go in many different directions. For hot toddy number 2, instead of the Scotch, we are gonna use rum. Instead of the honey, a rich demerara syrup. This is 2 parts sugar to 1 part water. That same lemon juice, black tea instead of the chamomile. And then we have the cinnamon, the clove, and we can use that same lemon. The rum, you can really use any rum you want. I'm going with a Jamaican rum. This is not overly funky. If you want something with a bigger flavor, go right ahead. But again, just like the whiskeys, any rum's gonna work here. So let's build. Once again, we start by making the tea. Let it steep. Again, temper your mug. We'll start with the liquor. 1.5 ounces of rum. Gonna go 1/2 ounce of the rich demerara syrup. This is gonna be a little bit sweeter, but the tea will be a little bit stronger. If you want less sugar, then go down to 1/4 ounce. For the lemon juice, another 1/4 ounce. Drop in our cinnamon stick. I'm gonna give that a stir, and then top it off with our black tea. Lemon oil on top, right across, just like before. Again with the cloves. This is probably the most difficult part of this drink. Again, right across the top. There we are. Boom, the rum and black tea hot toddy. Right off the bat, you see it's a bit darker. That's just the tea. Drop this right in, cheers. Ooh, I like that. It's a little bit sweeter, but the tea flavor is a bit stronger. It's a bit more robust. The other one was a bit more floral, and I like the funky flavor of the Jamaican rum in there. It's really nice, and this is not an overly funky rum. This is a really nice sipping rum. Now, on to the third and final hot toddy rendition, which is probably the furthest out of the box of all 3 of these. For this last toddy, we are gonna need mezcal, agave nectar, lemon juice, hibiscus tea, cinnamon sticks, cloves, and an orange. This one, I'm using an Espadín Mezcal. This is one that we tasted on the channel a while back. I really like it. It's not overly smoky. If you want this bottle, you can grab it at Curiata, along with the other bottles I use most on the channel. Otherwise, whatever Mezcal you want is gonna be great. Agave nectar, sweetener, yeah, the rest you can figure out. You'll see, you'll see. I decided to go with an orange on this one just to mix it up. Goes really well with the hibiscus. Yes, once again, we can make some tea. Let that sit momentarily. I'm gonna set it off to the side, couple minutes. Temper your glass, your mug, temper it. And then we will start with the mezcal. Same as before, 1.5 ounces. Half an ounce of the agave nectar, 1/4 ounce of the lemon juice, that cinnamon stick, give it a stir, and top it off with the hibiscus tea. Ooh, pretty. Now, we will do the orange oil right on top. Express the oils. We are, and 4 cloves. 1, 2, 3, 4, right on top. The mezcal and hibiscus toddy. Cheers. I like that one a lot. This one is fun. With the hibiscus, it's very bright, slightly acidic. You do have a little bit of that lemon juice, and you get that smoky element from the mezcal, and just different, but it fits that same template, so that's why I like it. It's also very pretty. There we have 3 hot toddies. Thank you for watching. Happy New Year. Stay warm. I will see you next time. Cheers.